how to become a PvP pro in 24 hours. For the first couple of hours, I recommend that you guys actually work on your aim, because aiming is one of the most important things of PvP. And the way we're going to be practicing that is that we made this arena right over here. You guys can spawn in cows, creepers, and much more. Or if you can actually get your friend to join this world. Now that you got your player over here, you can go ahead and practice your aim, whether you are using split controls or using the regular touch controls right over here. So for the next hours, I want you guys to go ahead and practice your aim and practice on mobs or even other players as well, and make sure like whatever mob you're using has a similar hitbox to a player, and that's basically going to be the best way you're going to adapt to actually PvPing real people. Then you want to spend the next couple hours learning how to strafe. Strafing is a type of aiming method where you basically circle around your player just like so, and make sure you hit them while they are not, trying to hit you. Basically, you go around them in circles just like so they are not able to reach you, but you are able to reach them and ultimately take a massive W like we did right over there with that creeper. Now that you got that done, we need to spend a couple hours learning how to speed bridge. And basically what you want to do is you want to move forward, and right before you move forward, just make sure that you are placing in the next block over here. So I recommend that you actually do it slowly at first, and once you get better at it, you can keep on going faster like I am doing right now. But it really does depend on muscle memory, meaning that the more you do it, the more you're actually going to get better at it over here. And keep in mind, make sure you center yourself on the block that you are on right over here. So don't go too far to the side like this, because that could basically just make you fall and stuff. You want to make sure you're as centered as possible. If learning how to speed bridge in the sky is too tricky, I recommend that you actually learn how to do it on the ground right over here, because it's much more easier. And once you actually master how to do it on the ground, then you can actually take it to the sky. The next thing that you can do is actually adjust your settings right over here by going over here right below to where it says touch, and this is basically where you're able to change your sensitivity, adjust your button size. You guys can turn on auto jump, and you can actually fiddle around with your sensitivity to make sure you get the best results for you. The point is, you want to actually take a couple hours to actually learn what's best for you, what sensitivity you play best at. The next thing we need to practice is archery. Archery and bows and arrows can come in handy a lot, especially during PvP, and for this I simply recommend that you practice in a super flat world like we are doing right now, and just shoot any mobs that you see near you and try to kill all of them as well. Archery can be very difficult, but it can also give you the biggest competitive advantage ever. Next up is a section that I like to use, tactical items, which are items in the game that are not really designed for PvP but are incredibly useful. Now, cobwebs can come in handy whenever the player you are trying to 1v1 is coming towards you, and you want to just make sure to slow them down. You guys can actually place down a bunch of cobwebs just like so they are just completely stuck over there. So you can actually use lava whenever like your opponent is coming near you. You can go ahead and just place it on them just like so, and you will basically be able to burn them that way. Another item that I absolutely love is chorus fruit. Whenever you eat chorus fruit, it's actually going to teleport you to a random location near you. So let's say for example you're in a 1v1 situation and you're taking an L, which unfortunately does happen. One way you can escape is by eating chorus fruit, and it is going to take you to a different area where your opponent does not expect you to be there. So that is also another really fun thing. Next up, it's really important that you guys learn how to clutch. Now, in my opinion, there's 3 easy and most basic ways that you can clutch, and that is water block clutching right over here. So let's say for example you fall down and you basically place a bucket of water before you hit the ground and take any damage. That is super easy to do, and you essentially just want to make sure that you place your bucket down before you hit the water, and make sure you land on the water as well. So try to actually press on the same block that you're going to land on. And next up, we got the Enterpro Clutch. So for example, if you ever fall off like so, you can basically just use an Enterpro to get up to whatever platform you are on. And lastly, we got the block clutch. If you ever fall off a ledge right over here, make sure you place a block underneath you to actually break your fall. That is super easy to do, and you essentially just want to spam on the wall that you are trying to block clutch on. Now that you know the basics, I want you guys to actually go ahead and practice this for the rest of the time you have left. So I recommend you go on practice servers, or you can go ahead and 1v1 other people just for fun and stuff like that. But please make sure to practice, because that is the only way that you're going to get better. But now we're going to be putting our skills to the test by 1v1ing one of the best mobile PvPers ever, Auralessaim. So for the first round, I actually took an L, so he definitely did overpower me. However, I was able to lava him, and I actually did even use my chorus fruit as well to escape myself whenever he almost killed me, but I still died. In the second round, I decided to use my tactics more often. I decided to lava him, and I was actually able to kill him at the end using my cobwebs. I got like 3.
Oh, you teleported. Nah, you teleported. What is this? No.
Yes, let's go. See you later, French fries.